Hello everyone, and welcome to PCP No Boosters Needed. This is the Progenitor Circuit podcast. Happy New Year, by the way. We are recording this in January because we're going to talk about December 2025, and we are your regular panel. I'm Juhadra, and joining me are Zeno and the Snurks and BG Shazma. Hey guys.
Hello. How's it going?
It's going well, thank you. How are you guys?
I got nothing to complain about.
I bet you do if you try.
Yeah, maybe if I try, but what's that gonna fix?
Are you inviting us to complain? We're trying to fix League of Legends.
Let me talk about this really annoying broken champion people can't stand right now, and that's Malphite. Now...
The classic. He's OP, man. You can't stop him in that ultimate.
Unstoppable, by the way.
He's unstoppable. You literally can't stop him.
I see what you did there. That was very clever.
It really wasn't.
One of the great things about this particular episode is because we're in 2026 now, we can talk even more about our last episode that released being the new season announcement and our thoughts on that. So we'll get to those after we talk about 2025 because it was a really fun month, a really fun tournament, and we have the first winner since like September that isn't what's their name?
Royal Blue Ray?
You've already forgotten their name.
It's on the tip of my tongue. It's almost the same as someone on my friends list, and I feel terrible about this.
We'll edit this out. Don't worry about it.
Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed.
Oh man,
it's Go something, right? No, Geo is the one we always interview.
Yeah, Geo goes to the interview.
Oh my gosh, help me, guys! What is happening?
YouTube, assist me.
Oh no.
YouTube. We just look up Geo in the server.
Well, I think his name is Pies.
Yeah,
in the server.
But if you look up Geo, it looks up his league name. Filmy.
See,
that's it.
See, I have someone on my friends list named Omi, and so it crosses lines, even though they're not related in any way.
Totally.
Anyway, Filmy wasn't able to make it in December, so we got a new champion, and it's very, very exciting because it's like they were 4 or 5 in a row. But anyway, we're not going to tell you who it is yet because we don't like spoilers on this. No boosters needed, no spoilers needed either. So our semis that we streamed was between Spartan's team and Team Damage Check. 2 new teams, actually. It was really exciting to see not only a new team, but 2 of them make it into the semis and play a heck of a game.
Yeah, really solid game for sure.
So Spartans were behind most of the time, except for the Gwen. Do you guys remember the Gwen?
Yeah.
Listen to me, 11 minutes, first turret was taken. By 13 minutes, the second top lane turret was down.
All in a single push.
It was crazy.
Top lane's such an island.
Well, that's the point, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you pick a champion like Gwen or Fiora, or if you are brave and pick like a Yasuo or something else like that, that's designed to split push. Tryndamere is another good example. You force the island to be completely different. Mm-hmm. Instead of being the abandoned desert island no one ever visits, you're suddenly Cancun, which isn't an island now that I'm thinking about it.
You turn the island. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
You're Hawaii, whatever.
You turn the island into a peninsula. That's what I was gonna say, actually.
But yeah, it was the only lane that was winning too. Like that's what's crazy. The Swain on the side of Damage Check was just ruining everybody's day. Landed claw after never move after never. The mid laner for Spartan literally could not move the entire laning phase. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But then we had the Geo Classic where Orianna in the end game, when you get 3 items and you land an Ult W combo, again, ruined everybody's day.
Were they locking in all the Nocturnes still? Like,
no.
Is that their bread and butter? Because it seems like people were double upping banning on them a lot. It's making me mad. I think that was November though. So yeah.
Yeah, no Nocturne that I remember.
Okay.
Wasn't it Viego?
It was Viego, yes, because when we were on the cast, we were talking about Mike Beeston and his Viego and how leading up to the semis, he had like 3 games that he just beat the snot out of people on it. And that champion is so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's so frustrating to see him dodge damage all over the place.
Yeah, actually, speaking of that, with that match specifically, I thought, like, when I was making my notes and stuff, I noticed that it was a very good example of a jungler playing based on how the game is going. Because if you notice, what happened was Viego recognized that mid lane was kind of struggling a bit, specifically Orianna, but he kind of left Orianna to her own devices, and the reason for that is because he knew not only would Orianna hit that power spike eventually, but even if Orianna's behind, her utility is still useful.
Yep.
That's the big thing. And I noticed he was focusing a lot more of his efforts on assisting bots or occasionally going top, so I thought that was a very good example of, hey, react to what's going on in the game.
Absolutely. So the big turning point started at 26 minutes and 28 seconds of video time. And for some weird reason, my note is just that. I am a fool. I didn't write down why that's what happened. But like I said, Gwen was the only one who was really ahead coming out of the laning phase. And so whatever happened here, I'm pretty sure it was a triple kill of some kind where Orianna got back in the game, the marksman was finally able to be a part of the fight, and they pushed down the middle lane after winning that fight, and it's at that point that Spartans were not behind anymore. And that's all I remember.
I keep mixing this up with the Skarner in the finals. So a very light spoiler, but so I'm like trying to remember this game. But yeah, it looks like a very low game. I'm checking my notes here by pulling up the YouTube video. I cheat for these podcasts, I'll say. Very low kill game.
Yeah.
And there was a big fight mid that appears to have been what you were talking about.
Yeah, I knew it was mid.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't remember what happened.
Yeah.
Spartans get 3 kills, push a turret. I think that's what it was. And then maybe they get an objective off of it too, like go to Herald.
And honestly, by this time, like they take a tower, they've got like it's 5-4, but they've got a 5 or just a little more than 4K gold lead, which is enough for them to kind of spiral out of control. Very, very well done.
So the other thing that I want to have people go watch, I actually wrote down what this was. At 35 minutes and 34 seconds, Spartans have pushed up into the base, and you have the Gwen on the bottom side. She gets dove by 3 and almost dies, but gets hit with an ally redemption and a fully stacked Q on 3 people, and goes from like 10% health to 90. And it's just this balloon of health, and she kills all 3 of them. It was crazy.
Yeah, Gwen really popped off that game, and I kind of like to see it, not taking flash. Gwen is someone that I feel like you would see more often, and I really don't feel like we see him a lot, especially with how many tanks we like to send top lane. All our Cassantes and what. Cassante have a favorable matchup?
Against Gwen, no.
No, yeah.
See, that's the thing is, Cassante is good against poke, but if you just sit there and fight the guy, you win usually, because the champions that want to do that have damage over time, like Darius, or have some sort of sustain, like Nasus is pretty good into him, as is Gwen. You get to both of those all 3 of those champions have ways to get through the armor that he builds, and so he just doesn't have a good time.
But mechanically is much more demanding than other top laners. I'm not trying to throw shade at our top laners, but it's very similar to the assassin situation with mid lane, where it's like I feel like we should see more of them, because like Orianna kind of folds to Fizz a lot, and we didn't see that until November 2025.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think it has to do with those, I think I've mentioned this in the past, actually, is just niche champions and the time it takes to learn them, and making sure you have those skills. Like sometimes instead of picking the niche counter pick, it's just better to stick with what you know.
I think, and forgive me for throwing on the flame, but I think we can demand a little bit from our players, Come at me, but I think if you want to win, learn a new champ.
I think that's the same argument that people have had for pros as well, right? That's one of the things that makes Faker the GOAT.
Right.
Is he brought out Irelia mid how many seasons ago, and no one knew what to do against it.
Yep.
So finally, someone picked it into him, and they're like, what now? He grabs Olaf and smashes. That's what happened.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what you do, right? You pick the champion, not because it's the meta. You pick the champion because it's good in your matchup, or it fits with the team composition.
Right.
And so at least understanding the general idea and what the buttons do for every champion is immensely helpful.
Yeah. And I think we have enough of a community, or at least I like to think that we have enough of a community that if you're trying to workshop something, we got plenty of people who will go into a 1v1 with you, who will watch a replay with you, who will be like, you got a good idea with Jungle Taric, but you really need more mana. Sorry, I've been cooking.
Yeah. Start blue buff with a tier. I see what you're doing. What else do we got for game number 1 before we move on?
Around 29 minutes and 5 seconds in the video time on YouTube, there was a situation where Viego was doing a 2v1 against Xin Zhao and Sion.
I remember this play. It was by the red buff.
And it just blew my mind how well he played it out. Not only was he able to take out Xin, but once he took out Sion, like, by barely the skin of his teeth, he had actually saved his stun. And then as soon as Sion revived, he stunned Sion and then hopped on to the Xin Zhao ghost for his passive to then get health and to postpone it long enough where Sion couldn't kill him.
Yeah.
It just blew my mind.
Yeah. Not even mentioning the flash that he does to get out of the stun and all that good stuff. But
yep.
Very well played.
Viego's a champion, man. All right.
He's got opinions.
Yeah. We talked about the bottom where Gwen kills 3 people, taking an inhibitor. Spartan's team did come out victorious against that. Congratulations to them. Well played to damage check. I think that they did a great job. But now into our finals, we have Spartan's team versus Royal Blue Esports Team 1. And it was a lot of fun to see Royal Blue come back and then make it to the finals because they were another team that took a long break from PLCs and they came swinging.
Yeah.
They came really swinging. The unfortunate thing is I think their attention was diverted a little bit because Spartan's mid laner bought the support item on accident and got to lane without anything real, and they didn't punish it at all. I thought at first that maybe it was one of those things where, you leave the base and it gives you a trinket, and it just like gave her an item. No, I rewound when I heard myself say that on the VOD. So I rewound and watched. He bought that thing. Like, I don't know if it was an item set that was assigned or something, but it was chosen. The gate went down, and he ran to lane. So it wasn't... I don't know how to explain that, but he made it all the way to lane, had to fight, went back, sold it, and then went back to lane with a Doran's ring and nothing else because he had no gold.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Yeah, no kidding. And also, are we allergic to buying potions nowadays?
Where?
Yes.
Okay.
I see 10 people without potions. Yep. For junglers, okay, yeah, whatever. You got a lot of sustain nowadays. I still like a potion on Warwick because I like early fights. And it's like, junglers are like, where do they get the 150 health? And I'm like, you could, anyways. But on no one? I was surprised by that. So
I wonder if that might be a lag in the overlay because we did have problems with that in the first game. Like, that's seriously, right. 30 seconds later, we get feats of warfare claimed, 2 people died, and it was
wait, what the heck? Difficulties. We did, for sure.
No flame, again, just, it might be part of it.
That's more believable, too, because top laners not buying potions is like,
yeah, that's
insane.
Crazy.
We would buy 11 potions to start if we could. So.
That's true.
I think of the old Civ HD video where all he did was build health regen on Garen with a bunch of potions.
Yeah.
All you need on Garen. All right, so talk about Lux again. At 15 minutes and 41 seconds video time, there is a 3-man gank on mid. They get a stun, but he flashes and manages to run them around the wall, takes the Bard magical journey away from the chasing Royal Blue, dodges the Talia ult, manages to get around the turret, not get hit by anything, has like 20 health, and dodges the death rocket from Jinx. Maybe it was the movement speed from the support item, I don't know, but they didn't get him.
That's some Polypuff stuff right there, messing with the Bard portal. Yeah, That was fun.
Great play. And, we taught the same player that was the Orianna in the last game, right? Just taking punishment and taking it in stride and playing the best he can. And, he dodged a lot of stuff. And if he had died there, it would have been pretty bad.
Yeah, I think that that's something teams do well, is that they realize just because they're behind doesn't mean the game's over. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, in solo queue, a lot of the times you'll see the opposite mentality where if one person's doing bad, they'll try to surrender the whole time despite their entire rest of their team doing well. Mm-hmm. I think, yeah, definitely teams do a good job of maintaining that positive mindset and recognizing, there's still stuff I can do, still stuff I can manage despite being behind.
So, speaking of doing something from behind, at 22 minutes... Stop it. You know that's not what I meant.
We're professionals.
Leave that in there, by the way. Talking to Comic Crash will be editing this.
The thing was, I was trying not to laugh out loud. I just did like a slight snicker.
22 minutes, 21 seconds of video time in the top lane. Piano Bra on the Ambessa is 2k gold behind the Irelia. Arya is playing quite well, by the way. Mm-hmm. And Piano Bra misses the ult, still goes in. Arya re-engages and loses. Mm-hmm. It was crazy. It was so close. They both conquer at the same time. Arya even goes into the brush to try and, lose vision and get the advantage there. But Piano Bra not only gets the kill, but survives at like 110 health or something like that. Finishes farming the wave from 2k gold behind.
It was especially crazy because Irelia, when that fight started, was at like 1/3 health, while Piano Bra was at like 3/4 health, and still, like, it was that close. So despite that huge gold difference, that was really good of Piano Bra to be able to recognize that advantage he had in that situation to push it.
Eclipse, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Eclipse on Ambessa is so strong.
I love to take Eclipse on Malzahar.
What? I guess you would proc it really early with your E.
You proc it really easily.
That's just
please. The listeners at home, please do not build Eclipse on Malzahar.
No, trust me, guys. You build Eclipse, right?
No.
You build after you finish your Muramana, and then you also build your Spear of Shojin.
Wait. This is for the Crabs build, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Crab scale off AD.
Yep.
Oh, that's so messed up.
Not very well, by the way.
Not well enough.
Not as well as Silas passive, right?
For sure. Unironically, though, Spear of Shojin's actually really good on Malzahar. Is secret good.
ARAM Mayhem, people. We've been cooking, but this is unfortunately a competitive podcast.
I'm sorry for derailing.
So another comeback moment for Spartans. The Lux at 24 minutes and 6 seconds decides that between the two mid lane turrets is the place to be. Just dives 3 people for what seems like no reason, but manages to get 2 kills, and that secures the mid lane turret. Like, I don't know how or why he thought that was the place to be, but he was there and he did it and it worked.
And clearly it was the correct decision if it worked.
Like, again, I don't want to throw too much shade, but it was clear, like, there was some fatigue in this game. Like, it was, incredible players. They could beat the snot out of me any day, but yeah, it was setting in a little bit.
It was game number 5 of the day, so I'm not surprised.
Not me either. Like, having been, well, not to the finals, but having played those games, it takes a lot out of you.
You played 4 rounds of Swiss.
Yeah, I have before.
And so you just do one more game, and it's exhausting.
It is exhausting.
As someone that used to play Smash Bros. Competitively, there were nights where I'd be playing for like 4 or 5 hours straight to get to the top 8, and even though you're only playing a match like every 30 to 40 minutes, it's still very exhausting.
So what's the secret? What's your between game, or do we need to like do a podcast about how to like recover yourself between Swiss rounds?
So this will not work for everyone, but for me, I do anything but think or play about Smash Bros.
Dang, full cleanse.
Yeah, I distract myself with YouTube videos, reading something, things like that. I just do not think about the game, because if I overthink it, I'm going to overthink it in my matches. So that's what works for me.
The bit of ginger between the sushi.
Exactly.
Interesting.
I do that too.
Yeah.
Every different role.
Yeah, that's what it's there for. It's palate cleanser. Interesting. I'm curious. Tag me on Twitter, twitter.com. I'm curious what other teams do. Like, do you just kind of muscle through it? Do you do stretches? Because, like, I don't think I've done enough tourneys to actually put any thought into this, but I'd be very curious to find out, like, is Piano Bra, like, hitting a punching bag between rounds or something like that, or Mike Beeston like screaming at his dog.
What the heck? Stupid dog is on the other team.
Randomly playing a game of ARAM, or I don't know.
Yeah. We got 4 minutes.
When I was managing Rated R, we would review, we would bathroom, come back, and draft.
Yeah, because it's not a lot of time.
It's really not. And the important thing is to be very quick about the negatives, right? Because you don't want that in your head. It's kind of like what Zena was saying, right? You don't want to overthink it. You don't go to every wrong thing and say, oh, if I had. But if you look at some of the positives.
Because mental momentum matters.
Absolutely. And say, oh man, we were this close. If we can just do these things right again and avoid that thing, then we can do this. And it's a good positive bump. Get them away from the screen for 2 minutes. Yeah. Right? It doesn't need to be long. That's what we did.
Well, I happen to know 2 members of the Krug Killers might be in it, and I think that would be beneficial advice for them. Okay. Just having played with them, that it's like our team kind of struggled like between game 3 and 4. It's like, whoa. We had the attrition. So interesting.
Arya on Spartan's team played Aurelia this game and did almost the exact same thing just 10 minutes later as he did on Gwen. Once the team fights were over, they dove Piano Bra on top and got the kill. Right. It was unfair. I'm going to throw this out there. It was way unfair.
Always fair.
He had like 300 health and he got 2 full health enemies diving him. It was Rel, if I'm remembering right, along with the Aurelia. Yeah. There was no hope. Yeah. Like there was nothing he could do. But when he died, Arya took the top turret, took the second turret, and he immediately went bot and took another 2 turrets. Like Billy and I on the cast said Arya doesn't take 1 turret. He literally only takes 2 at a time.
Yeah, you can't just have 1.
No. And what else is interesting is the champions he used to do it both have attack speed steroids that people don't really remember.
Which in the current meta is going to be even scarier.
Oh yeah.
If he decides to take Demolish or Hullbreaker or it's all fun and games until Arya takes Hullbreaker.
So
someone put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I have a quote that has been attributed to many people, but the most common one is Colonel David Hackworth.
Okay.
And it is, if you find yourself in a fair fight, you didn't plan your mission properly.
That's a great... Listen, I forgive this tangent. I try really hard to let things go, but this is one that I don't think I can.
Okay.
When I was managing Rated R, everyone wanted to use the pro draft.
Okay.
My team did not need it.
Right.
We owned all the champions. And so when someone asked, hey, it's tournament day, can we pro draft? I said, no. They're like, what? I said, no, thank you. We'll see you in draft. They had posted that publicly as well, and one of my players said, oh yeah, we do that all the time. And I was like, nope. They're like, what do you mean? I said, we don't have to do that. They're like, oh, well, like we can. We're not. I don't know, man. That seems kind of scummy. In what way? Well, like, don't we want to beat them at their best? Stop that mentality. Every one of you. Stop it. Think about it this way. If someone blows their flash level 1, your jungler and your support are on top lane, you're up there. Are you just going to walk away, or all 3 of you burn your flash before diving him?
That kind of brings into an interesting mentality of where we want to take the tournament. Because, like, okay, what's the most effective way to win a tournament? It's to hire a hitman and cut up their internet mid-game.
Okay.
And like, I don't want to... It's too expensive for me.
All right, I see what you're saying. So what I'm trying to say is...
It's within the rules of the game.
Yeah. Within the rules of the game, do what that quote was. If you're in a fair fight, you didn't do it right.
Right. Yeah.
And so use every advantage you have.
Yes.
Here's the thing.
I believe that.
Is when I would play Smash, going back to that again, I guess. If somebody accidentally self-destructed, or if I accidentally self-destructed in a tournament setting, I did not expect them to do the same thing.
Oh.
Because not only in my mind is it like, it's a tournament, do your best to win, but to me, I get kind of upset when people do that in a tournament setting against me, because I'm like, oh, you're in essence saying I can't come back from being behind.
And I think that's the difference between a draft tool and calling people names to try to tilt them, is because that's in the league client. That's an available thing. Y'all should own your champions, at least the champions that your friends also play when you're going into a tournament. I don't think that's too controversial. I know it's more controversial than but anyways, compared to something like cutting someone's power, or something like that.
And I do feel like I need to clarify: if you need the draft tool, please keep asking. But if a team says no, understand that it's a competitive edge. We have also adjusted our rules so that you can be in any order in the lobby now. So like if you absolutely have to, just change your order.
Right.
And then draft in that position. And that's okay.
Yeah.
But
Riot did some custom games updates.
Oh,
recently.
yeah, where you can explain. You know what?
I don't know all of them, and we're kind of running low on time.
Yeah.
But I just know they're better.
Yeah.
Done.
We'll get it next episode.
Yeah, but my thing is, if you're playing in the bounds of the rules, then use every advantage you can.
Yes.
Now, breaking rules, that's a different story, because that can get you disqualified.
Okay, speaking of breaking rules, this didn't break a rule, but it sure looked like it did.
I think I know exactly what
28 minutes and 32 seconds. Lux is on the bottom side, crashes the Rift Herald, gets hit with a Bard ult while clicking on the Herald, dodges the Bard ult. Even though you watch her go gold, she still makes it in. It was bananas. That should be so illegal.
I remember watching that moment, my jaw dropping. Easily the most memorable moment of the match, in my opinion. But the other thing I remember is just Yuju Hadre repeatedly saying, "I don't like that."
Yeah, I did. And when I watched it again, I said, "I don't like that at all." It was so bad. Like, it should interrupt it. It really, really should. It would be the same as if a Viego ulted the moment it landed, right? You would look at that and be like, nah, come on. Yeah. Or if Gwen hits W and it's like, nah, come on.
Or if they just change the animation so that you instantly teleport into Shelly and then Shelly is charging up or something like that.
I think that would be better.
Because then it doesn't look like it hit her.
Yeah.
While functionally nothing has changed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty crazy. I will say I cracked up in the video. It all caps your freak out.
Did it really?
It's pretty funny. He was mad. You should watch it. It's a good stuff. Leave us a thumbs up on that video after you watch it.
Absolutely. All right, and those are all the notes I have. Do you guys have anything else to bring up before we reveal the winner?
Nope. My notes on the second match, the only note I had corresponded with yours, so it was the Lux.
We make good notes. So, Spartan's team was victorious. Congratulations to them. Well played to Royal Blue. It was great to see them again. We hope to see them come back again. And I remember doing the interview with Spartan, and he was just so excited. He was like, yeah, man, we just decided to do this for no reason, and guess we're coming back. It feels really good.
Sweeped. Yeah.
That's what's up.
I think they were the only undefeated team.
Yeah. My only note, I can't say no notes. My only note, where's the Pantheon, man? You're Spartan's team. Okay, anyways.
Oh, good stuff. So, this was also a commemorative moment because it was the last PLC with Season 25, or Season 15, I should say. Feats of Strength are gone.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Otacon is gone.
Yup.
The shift in the timers is gone. The turret plates are different. All these things are just completely different now. And if you haven't listened to it, go back and listen to our Season 2026 reviewed, because I listened back on that and, toot our own horn if I may. We're pretty smart. We had some good points. We had some good ideas.
I know stuff about video games. I'm smart.
Well, what's even better is it's all guesses.
Yeah,
true.
That's the whole hour and however many minutes is just us guessing on how it's going to be. So let's take a little bit of time now, if you don't mind,
to talk about where we were wrong, because I got notes.
Wrong or right or just
wrong.
So I admit I'm an ARAM guy. I have only experienced a few of the new items, not a lot of the new gameplay. So I will try and just put little bits in where I think it's relevant, but I know that you two play on the Rift a lot, and so you probably have much better information for me.
It's blown my mind how much the new support tier item has been playing into the meta.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing that I will say is kind of disappointing on my prediction, because I do feel like I was wrong, is just how important role quests are. It's making a very skirmishy style gameplay, to the point that I would not be surprised if we see some pretty strange picks for the tournament. I'm talking like Sivers and things like that. People who are pokey and don't need to necessarily like roam to other lanes or whatever, because the roles are pretty important. Also, some of the interactions with some of the champions are like, okay, Top Kench was ignored for these role quests.
I also am surprised at the support tier item. You can combine, so you don't have to heal someone else for that to work.
Right.
So our friend Crash built it on fiddlesticks, just jumped in, started to heal, and literally healed like hundreds of health onto his team.
That's the thing that's interesting, is mages are building damage with that item and then healing their team like crazy.
Because you have things like Gunblade.
Yep.
And that's good enough. Let alone, I'm just really sad because like I wanted Bandle Pipes to be good, and it's such an awkward item.
It's fun.
It's fun, but we're in a tournament setting.
Okay, all right.
I've seen some people pull out some interesting stuff with Bandle Pipes, actually.
It's not bad. It's just not like I was looking for it to be like my pet item, and it's just not pet item worthy.
Try it on Mundo.
Yeah. I mean, like, I pull them out on, like, Taric and stuff, like Jungle Taric.
I like it on Maokai. That seems to work pretty well. He has 4 different ways to proc that.
Totally. It's a good item.
Yeah.
But it's like B tier.
So then, what would bump it up? Is it the range is too small? Is the movement speed not enough? What are we looking at here?
I feel like it's generally good at a lot of things, and it's not spiky like certain things. Like, it doesn't do, like, if it was like way into movement speed, like cut out the attack speed, give everyone movement speed, make it like a Shirelia opposite, then that could be cool. Or lean way into attack speed, but then you can't really catch up with people. Right. It's like just a little awkward, like Derek, just a little awkward to use in normal games, but like really cool when it works. I don't know. Anyways, so like the support tier item, the Bandle Pipes, the new ADC item is really interesting.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
It does a ton of damage. And I feel like I keep asking people, did you build the new ADC item? And everyone goes, oh, I forgot.
Not my defense. I don't play ADC often.
I have thought of multiple champions that would benefit. You're talking about the range one.
Yeah.
Hexcore is what it's called?
Hex V44 or something.
It can't be Hexcore now that I'm thinking about it. No. That's the Victor thing. But it's the Hex something, like you said.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, this was built for Caitlyn. Well, guys, hold on just a second. Tristana, passive. Jinx Q, Senna passive. Kog'Maw. Like, there are so many champions that would benefit from that extra range. It's not just a Caitlyn item. She's, the forefront maybe. Because she builds crit as well. So it's a perfect, but so does Jinx.
And one thing that people don't realize is that the way it's phrased is not, do you have 700 range? It is your damage scales with the distance to the enemy. So if Talon gets on your face, you're doing 0% bonus damage to the guy because he's on your face. So I like the item because it's not jam it in all situations, but when it works, when you get the Braum support and you got the dive comp and you're just like, I'm Ezreal. Pew!
I would be great on Ezreal.
Yeah.
And Twitch too, right? Because your ultimate gives you the increased
Ezreal
range.
only got 9 new items this new season. Every single item is good on him.
Yeah, I've had some fun building up different builds and stuff, like specifically on Kog'Maw, Dusk and Dawn is disgusting.
Yeah.
Everyone keeps talking about this item, and I can never remember what it does.
Spellblade. Yeah, Spellblade procs on hit effects twice.
Ah.
So imagine that with Kog'Maw, you press W, then auto, you do double max health damage.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's really
You play Tom
ridiculous.
Kench, you push the Q button, you push the R button. They're gone.
That's messed up.
It's messed up. And it, like, it's a jump scare. You get knocked into the air, and then you're, like, traveling to the enemy base, and you're like, whoa! What happened? Hex Optic C44. Okay. Who named this? I'm mad.
Oh, you know why? It's
Why?
because it's a scope. It's not a gun, it's a scope.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so
that's
Hex
why.
Optics.
Yeah,
It took us how long to get pants in the game, but we have a scope for our Varys bow.
Now that you say that,
Varys
I'm thinking
as well.
about yes, because of his Q. I'm imagining, a crossbow. Sivir's boomerang has a scope on it or something like that.
Okay, talk about being wrong. I just opened this up to look up the name of the item, right?
Okay.
The highest pick rate for this item is
Ash?
Caitlyn.
Okay.
That
which
makes
sense. She's only got a 54% win rate with it, which is
Okay.
good. I mean, like, usually when you
cool.
buy an item, you're going to win the game.
Yeah.
The highest win rate with this item, or the second most picked, is Jinx.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Which is good. And the highest win rates are like Kindred and Yunara and stuff like that. But I think by the time you buy that, you're doing a win more. It's the really low win rate. But I didn't even think about Jinx. Like, the cool thing about these items is, like, you get beat by, Dawn and Dusk, Tom Kench, and then you're like, I didn't think of that. I'm mad that exists now.
Or then you sometimes run into meme things that work. Like for me, building Dawn and Dusk on Braum with Hail of Blades.
Yeah.
That's one way to proc a passive.
Yep.
Good grief.
You can insta-proc that passive more or less.
Doubt that's good, but
It's
like
not good.
It's probably funny.
But it's really fun in normals. If you want to just laugh, do it.
Totally.
So what you do is you stay in that top brush in the bot lane. As someone gets in, you proc the Hail of Blades first, right? Bam, 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 Q. What am I talking about? This can't be level 1. This is when you have your first item. So it's got to be like setting up for a Drake or something like that.
But you want to shoot the Q first or in between your autos so that you can get the double proc.
Because it's cast on the spell.
Yeah.
That's right.
You could do like a Rengar in the jungle with Braum.
Q auto Q. I
Yeah.
mean, sorry, auto Q auto is what I
Because you
meant
can do
to
the
say.
triple attack. And then you both are jumping in on it. You're both on top of them. They're instantly stunned. I'm cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff. Try stuff out.
Speaking of trying stuff out, have you guys placed wards on the Phaelites?
Yep.
What do you think about that? I remember being...
You did not like it.
No, I didn't. I think that the area was too large based on the reveal video, and it's permanent as long as the ward is there, right?
Not quite. I think it's only for a little bit of time, if I remember correctly.
I lost that game. Sorry. I need to be better at the game.
That's okay. I do too. But that was one of my worries. So then, what role quests have you guys obtained and found to be entertaining and useful? Because, like I said, I'm an ARAM guy. I haven't touched the Rift. We're only, what is today, the 13th?
Yeah, it
only
hasn't
2
been
weeks
out
in.
that much. Yeah, totally.
By the way, just double checked it. It's about 45 seconds that's active.
Okay.
Oh, and then wards are... Okay,
3
which is
minutes.
probably why I didn't notice. Because it feels like a Scryer's Bloom. But it's obviously active for more for longer. But like for me, it was kind of fire and forget. I don't know why I'm not remembering my games very well. I must have played at the very beginning of the season, and because I've been jamming ARAMs too.
Yeah,
ARAM Mayhem is fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
And all my friends play.
Nice.
Thanks, Boot
Yeah.
But anyway, I really don't have a lot of opinions on it. I've been watching like Diamond and higher players, and they've been complaining a lot about like how stagnant lane has been getting, and enough to the point where I think that that it's going to affect our tournament, or at least there's one or two things that'll happen in our tournament. Either the meta is going to change and we're going to see some odd behavior that we haven't seen in 2 years of PLC, or we are going to see people misstep and not understand the mechanics. Like people waiting around in the river, which doesn't give you progress towards. The boundaries of the lane are very strict, very, very strict, which I hope they change, have some kind of fall off or something, or a little warning saying you're getting it. Because, there are a lot of people like Camille that like to hang around those walls and could easily be losing out on a third of their, or 2/3 of their progress. So anyways, no alcove.
No alcove. What? You can't use the alcove?
Mm-mm.
That's in the lane.
Yeah.
Like they put it there specifically to incite more fights.
Or if someone proxies you, right? Like you go respond to the proxy, it's in your tier 2 tower. You were too far away from your lane, but because you were progressed beyond the enemy's lane, the proxier gets full progress and your progress is stunted.
What the heck?
How did that make it through the beta?
Not sure. And it feels like one of those things, though, that the only way to respond to that is by implementing some sort of weird rule. Like the tower dive, all of the role quest was to avoid the 5-man on top lane, super 4,000 damage tower laser. And now it's like, it feels like, if the enemy team is beyond this point, then the rules of the lane change and you can go back there. And it's just like, seriously though, like if you are, it's only been 2 weeks as Juhadre has said, look at the lane boundaries because they're weird. And if you're like recalling in the wrong spot in mid lane, you could lose out on a lot of like progress.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, good advice. Mm-hmm. Good stuff. All right. Well, then everybody, I think that's it for this episode of PCP. Do we have any other thoughts going into January?
No thoughts. Head empty.
Okay. You kind of dumped them all in?
Yeah.
Zeno, what about you?
Nothing in particular. I'm just a strong advocate for trying out new things, seeing what works, and go ahead and experiment. Now's the time.
Reach out to people, like experimenting in clumps. Don't be afraid to break team boundaries and to experiment together.
All right, then with that, everybody, thank you so much for listening to this episode of PCP.com. You can find links to Battlefy, links to the YouTube, merch. It's good stuff. Use our affiliate link to get some of that. It also has a link to Freshen Up. They have a new Freshen Up 2.0 that launched this year. They've got new flavors, new formulas, a whole new look. Give them a try. I've loved my Freshen Up stuff. I think it's delicious. And I think that, follow us on all of our social medias. We have Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky. Pretty sure we have a TikTok somewhere. Pretty sure. But yeah, join our Discord as well.
Yes.
And we'll see you later.